Alrighty, I help take care of some beautiful luxury apartments, and the landlord has a very good reputation around town. I enjoy helping him out and making videos. Here in the country I was born in, we use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare, the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a 110, 120 volt switch loop or on a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So we're going to put a box here with a switch and an outlet, and we're going to control a light up on the ceiling. Okay, so this is where our box is going to be down here. We're going to put our two wires into this PVC here. We'll just kind of ream our inside out so our wires go smooth. Okay, so we put a Romex connector in the top of our PVC here. Now, if this was going to be outdoors, I would glue this down, but since it's indoors, I don't really have to glue it. But if it was outdoors, I would definitely glue it. So we'll open up our Romex connector here. So this one is going to go to our light, and this is the power coming in. So slide our two wires in. I'm going to mark this one so we know this one is the live one coming in. Take our Sharpie, we'll just put some black on there to let us know it's the live. Okay, so now we can slide our wires down through here. Down through here. There's our wires right there. So we'll bring this over to about right here. Well, let's get back in. So we're not going to crank this down real tight. We'll just put it on snug and just have it even on both sides here. There it is. Okay, so they're nice and even. It's not over tightened. It's even on both sides. And then we'll bring this wire over to go to our light, which is going to be in the ceiling here. So we're getting ready to mount our box on here. We'll open up our lock out here. Put it on like that. Bring our wires up through the bottom here. Just make sure it's up here nice and tight. We'll get it on here nice and straight. So I'll push up on it, make sure we're fitting nice and tight. Screw our box onto the wall here. Okay, next we'll put our since we're using a metal box, we have to bond our ground wire to the box. And we'll use our handy wire stripping tool to strip our wires here. The longer one here is going to be our live wire. So we'll just strip it, take the outer jacket off like that. Do the same over here. Get our jacket all out of here. So our longer one is going to be the power coming in. So we'll get our jacket cleaned off here. take one of our ground wires over here. We'll bring it over to our green screw here. Close our loop so it goes around our screw nice and tightly here. Make sure it's nice and tight. And we'll get our tail wire to go to our switches and our outlet. We'll get another clamp up here. Okay, we got it all nice and flat. Here in the country I was born in, we use that when you wire the metal box, you got to have your ground wire go to the box and to your devices. So we'll get our ground tails made up. We're going to go loop around the screw, go from one to the other without making a third tail. Clip it so all our wires are even on the end here. What's nice about this Klein tool, it has a part where you can put your wire nuts on and tighten them up if they have the wings. So I'll fold our ground wire back into our box here. Get it in the back all the way. And this does have a wire stripper in it with the razor blade, but I prefer my wire stripper so I get a right strip to the right size of the wire. So we'll put our black wire onto our outlet. We'll put both of our white wires on the outlet. Okay, so our outlet is going to have a screw terminals, and it has the back stab. I don't like the back stab, so I'm going to go around our brass screw with our black wire, close our loop the direction our screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight. Get our green wire. We'll go around our ground screw, and this tail will go over to our switch. We'll put our two white wires on the silver screw here. Make sure it looks like that. This is our white wire, other white Silver scroll. Close our loop the direction our screw turns. You want to make sure you get your copper under the screw head all the way around. And you want to make sure you don't get any of the insulation caught under the screw head. So we'll come back to our brass side here, and we'll put our jumper wire to go over to our switch. Strip with the hole that matches the wire size. So that's what we want right there. And this is our ground wire, and we'll put our mud ring on here. How's it going, John? Oh, guys, Lige didn't show up yet. Okay, now we're ready to hook our light switch up. So our light switch has the green screw down here, and this one has the pressure plate terminals, so we're going to strip the wire differently. Strip our 14 gauge hole. Make sure our wire is nice and straight. So we'll just check our wire with our strip gauge here. We'll make sure we get it under our pressure plate and our insulation doesn't get pinched. Same with this one. Okay, we have a good length there. You can see the copper on the top and our insulation is not pinched. And you'll see it says top here, so you have to have it facing up, so that up is on, down is off. So put one wire under our terminal here. Make sure it's nice and tight and our insulation is not pinched. Make sure the copper is under the pressure plate all the way through. One, through. Insulation's not pinched, and our copper is showing on the top and the bottom. And we'll just hook our ground wire over to our switch. And it's going to be on the top, so we're going to put it over here like this.
What are you doing in here?
Yep.
I don't know anything done in this room.
No?
Nothing. What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing the switch. Putting the switch in the outlet right here.
Yeah, what a waste of time. This is not what I need done. I don't need this done.
And the light's going to go right up there.
Oh, great. Great.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Cool.
It's going to be very nice for someone.
Yes.
Hope they enjoy it.
Yes.
Oh, God. But that's good.
It's too bad Lige doesn't show up.
Give me his phone number.
Oh, I don't have it right. I'll have it when as soon as I finish this. Okay, we'll make sure it's nice and tight like that there. And now we can put our devices into the box. Now we're going to keep our ground wires. Okay, we got to put this one up here on the top. So we're going to put these devices in. We're going to keep our ground wires down away from everything. I'll finish them by hand so I don't strip my holes out, and we'll keep our ground wire. I'm going to push this all the way back so it stays away from everything. Okay. Now let's make sure our screws aren't hitting any wires. And I'll tighten it centered on our box here. So when we put our cover on, it lines up nice and neat. Shine my light, make sure I'm not hitting any wires. That one's not hitting, that one's not hitting anything I can see. And on top too. Okay, no wires in the way of our top screws and nothing in the way of our bottom screws. Our ground wires are back away from everything, and now we can stick our cover on this here. Okay. So if Lige doesn't show up,
Would it be nicer if we fix this?
yes, that's going to hook into there and that's going to be nicer. So there's our nice rocker switch. Okay, so I'll drill our hole to put our light up. We have 1, 2, 3. I'll put it right here. Okay. So we'll pop our opening out. We'll use this type of Romex connector, which is a pop-in to make it go in easily and screw up onto the ceiling easily. So push our wire in like this, and we'll screw our box up to the ceiling. Okay, we'll put in this one. Yeah, the wire's pinched a little bit there, so I'm going to have to unscrew it and hopefully I can find my other plug. There it is. Turn it at an angle here. Okay, now our wire's not pinched. Okay, now we gotta put a ground screw up here. That's it. put this light up here. I'll come out and hook that up. And would you like to put a brighter light there?
No, I don't even want to light up there, but that's okay. I
Oh.
misunderstood you. I told you. I didn't know you were going to do anything.
Okay, well, gotta ground our ground wire to the box. Now we can get ready to hook our light fixture up. Okay. Well, this will be handy for people that move in.
Unbelievably handy. But it would have been better out here versus there. This is a room to put your dog or your animal or your
Well, if
hamster.
that's gonna go the hard, you just do it the hard way. That's
Okay.
good. Take a look at that switch and outlet. How does that look
Oh,
there?
yeah, that looks great. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's definitely nice for someone to do something.
So we make our loop the direction our screw turns. We'll get around our ground screw up here. Close the loop the direction our screw turns. Okay, we'll just tighten this up nice and tight here. Okay, so there's our ground wire bonded to our box. We'll push it up all the way into our box here the way we want it, pushed up out of the way of everything. So the last thing we gotta do now is put our light fixture up here. So we're gonna put up a Lee Grand porcelain fixture here. I'll bring the camera over this way so you can see better. Yep, now I'm just going to put the light fixture up. Okay, you'll see brass, which is your black wire, which is live. Your white wire goes on the silver screw, the same as on an outlet. So we'll make our loops the direction our screw's going to turn. I'm going to use my smaller Phillips screwdriver. This one's big. So I'll put white around our silver screw like this, close the loop the direction our screw turns, and get our guide on the ends here to the right of the wire, so when I tighten it, it tightens where it's supposed to be. Make sure it's nice and tight. Always put your wire around the screw, the direction your screw turns. Make it right. Make it nice and tight like that there. Now we can use our 832 screws that come with the fixture. So now we can put our screws up into our box here. We'll make sure our ground is up away from everything here. Okay, so I'm going to give it a final push, make sure everything's all up. We're going to fold our ground white or black and white so they don't get pinched anywhere on the box and our wires don't cross over the terminals. And we'll put our fixture on the box. So make sure how it looks up here. Nope, nothing's going to be pinched or in the way. So we'll just turn it like this.
Hey, wait, I thought you were coming here.
Don't over tighten it because you'll break your fixture. I'll make sure no wires are pinched. Okay, so here's the light we're going to hook up into.
Okay.
You can see all the copper that's, you can see how sloppily this was hooked up. That one was okay. I'll show you the very sloppy job they did hooking the wires up on this fixture here. It's all covered with bugs. You can see the sloppy job they did hooking it up. Okay, so we'll get our light up here. So, are you happy with everything so far?
So far, I'm very happy.
Okay, would you like to get a different light for up here?
You could, if you don't have one, or you have one, don't you?
No.
Didn't we buy one? A light? Something modern. One of those stainless steel lights.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
Okay.
Let's take your time.
Yeah. Like, you know that big LED light they have up at Lowe's, one of those real big ones?
Yeah.
So Lige said he's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. So just get here. They need you today, bad. But he's not even working. I don't think he'll go. So you think, and then we're gonna put a little trim here. Goes up. Need some nails too.
They're real short, so I'm not gonna twist them, but they're even. Make sure they're even here. Okay, they're all together. And we're just going to make sure they're up in the box, out of the way of everything. Get our insulation even at the bottom there. Clip it so it's even. And we'll get our light fixture, we'll put our tails in it. I'm going to use 2 red wire nuts, excuse me, I'm going to grab a couple of red ones. How does that all look in there?
Not bad. One take and there's no dates on here, is there?
No.
Like 2000 and
Perfect.
06.
Okay, I'm going to change the tails on this light. They used a heavier wire than 14.
You want me to look in the car and see what?
No, I'm going to use a piece of wire we have right here.
Okay. But do you want me to look for a fancy light?
No, this will be fine.
Is it going to be?
Also on the original wire that was up there, see that bare spot? That's no good. They had a piece of bare wire up there on that light wire that was up there. Okay, so we're going to strip our tails. We're going to put our white wire around our silver screw. Close our loop the direction our screw turns here, like that there. After I get this done, do you want to go up to McDonald's? Okay. What about the door? So that's what we want there for our connections. Just let it lay. You don't get frustrated. Just let it lay. Okay. Make sure they're even here. Hey, that will get all nice and even there. All three of our wires are even on the end. Now we'll hook our light fixture up. And we'll just simply put our black with the black and our white with the white. Get our wires even like this. Put our wire nut on. Get them even on the end here. Get our insulation even at the top. Okay, now we'll fold our wires up into our box here. Our wires up into our fixture here. Yeah, it was real nice. It's real good. Good. I want to make sure our wires are not going to pinch anywhere here. Okay, now we're going to get our other screw here. There's the hole right there. But that's the wrong screw. Well, I'm going to have fun looking for it. Oh, here it is. Okay, I feel it hitting the metal, the sound of it, so I can tell the wire is not pinched. And don't over tighten your porcelain fixture because it'll crack. One. Two. Okay, now making sure the wires are sticking out through here. And they're good. So our outlet is hooked up correctly. You can see the code on the polarity tester. Okay, so we'll just get our wires stapled up above here. Alrighty, our light works. I like the beautiful stained glass windows in this house. Alrighty, so that is how to wire a new light controlled by a switch with an outlet here in the country I was born in, running it from another light in the other room. We use 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps, 10 American wire gauge on 30 amps. Black is live, white is neutral, the bare of the green is the ground. Red and blue are also live colors. However, you may find white live in a 110, 120 volt switch loop or in a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. Yep, they're in there.
Can you screw another bolt?
Alrighty, so how do you like the job I did?
Oh, it's excellent. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Alrighty,
it.
thank you.
Yeah.
And this is a very good landlord. He has a very good reputation around town. He's known for taking good care of his buildings and taking good care of his tenants.
Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you.